folks, thanks for joining me today. Today I wanted to keep it a little bit simple. So what we're doing is we're going to be doing a very simple mandala, no top dots, no dot dragging or swiping or anything like that. It's just going to be pure dots, and they're going to be on coasters. So what I did was a while ago, I purchased some molds that are meant for resin, and I thought, I wonder if these would work with Alchcal 30 or gypsum powder. So I tried it and it worked. I was so amazed with it. So I made 4 coasters and I made a coaster holder, all using the same colors and dotting techniques. So I'm really excited to show you the final product, but you're going to have to wait until the end of the video. But it turned out absolutely beautiful, totally perfect. I'm so much in love with it. So what you've seen me do here is there's already a grid that I've drawn on here, or guidelines. And I did that off camera because you guys have seen it enough. If you want me to include that, just let me know in the comments below and I'll make sure that I include that part of the video. But I thought you guys would want to get to the good stuff. So I started off with a centered dot of the pure teal color that I'm using. Then I took my smallest dotting tool, it's a nail stylist, and I put the white ring around. So I started off with top and bottom, then left to right. Then I did the in between of those, and then I filled in the space to get a circle around there. Then I followed along with the next size up dotting stylist, and I mixed a little bit of the white in with the patina. Sorry, I didn't mean to jumble on that. But anyway, so I mixed it so that it was a lighter color, and I will continue mixing a little bit more patina in as I come out, as well as I'll be adding a little bit of teal. Now you can do whatever you want. You don't have to do these colors. This was just something that I had in my stash and I wanted to try. And that's what I did. I used these colors, but you can use whatever color you want. So what I do here is I'm just moving up by dotting stylist tool size, and I am changing the color ever so slightly with each time that I go around. And what I'm doing is I'm dotting in between the previous dots that I had just done. So you can see here I am like putting it in the center of 2 dots that are below it or above it. I don't know. Beside it? I don't know. But I do. I put the dot right in between the last 2 that I had dotted, and that's how I try to keep it as symmetrical as possible. Now it's never going to be perfect. Don't worry about it. It's naturally art, so art's never perfect. And that's what makes it so great, and definitely shows that a machine never made this and that it was created by someone's hands. And that's what I like about it so much. So here I am. I'm just continuing again with the next size up dotting stylist and a little bit darker tone. And like I said, this is just going to be a very simple design. I'm not going to do anything fancy with it. Sometimes simple is better, because once you see this finished, it's going to be, even though it looks simple right now, but once it's finished, it looks amazing because we put these little white dots, like micro dots, in between to fill in a bit of those negative spaces or the black spaces that are between each of the dots right now. You'll see what I mean a little later. As always, all my colors and the brands that I've used in this video are listed in the description below. So if you want to see what I'm using, please check that out. There's also some links in there that are really interesting that you should definitely check out. The mold that I got for this was off of Amazon, and there's so many different types out there that just shop around. I find that anything that is meant for resin can be used with the gypsum powder or Alchcal 30. So, and I've done quite a few of them now, and the molds hold up, everything's great. So, and you can still use them later if you want to do the resin side of things, but definitely check out Amazon. Etsy has some really good shops as well that has them. Go and check them out. Another shop you need to check out for sure is the Dotting Center. That's where I purchased these tools that I'm using now, and they're my absolute go-to 100%. Don't use anything else. Gotta have these tools. I have nothing wrong to say about these things. They fit in your hand so perfectly. They give you a perfect dot every time. So definitely go check out her shop. And when you're there, use my 10% discount. And that code is in the description below. So now I'm putting in those little white micro dots that I was telling you about. And there's a couple of ways that you can do this, but I find this way is the easiest by going up in a diagonal. And I know that I want to have 4, so I do 4 in a diagonal. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I move on to the next one. And I guess I'm kind of walking the dots because I'm not reloading my tool when I'm doing this, but that gives me the illusion that, well, it's not an illusion, it is actually happening, that as you move up in that diagonal, your dot gets smaller, which coincides with the dots that are already there. And if you want to go more than 4, do more than 4. I just did 4 because I liked the way that it looked with just the 4, but make it your own. Do what you want. It's all up to you. You're the artist of the project that you're doing. I'm just here to give you inspiration. So if you like this video, give me that thumbs up. I'd love to hear from you. So please give me the thumbs up. If you want to see more of this content, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And if you don't want to miss anything, ring that bell because you'll get a notification every time that I post a new video. I try to do one every Friday, but sometimes I will throw in an extra throughout the week. So stay tuned for that. And I definitely would love to hear from you. If you like this design, leave me a comment below. If there's something else that you want to see me do, leave me a comment below. If you just want to say hi, leave me a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. So now that I've got all those little micro dots all put into place, I get my tools out and I'm putting on patina. So this is the pure color, not mixed with anything else. And I'm just putting it on in between the dots that were there before and going around the entire circle. Now I'm doing the same thing again, but with a bigger size tool. And I think it's one size bigger. And I'm using some of the paint that was mixed up by the time I got to the end of the gradient part of the circle or of the dotting mandala. And I'm just using that to go around and put those in there. And I had just enough paint mixed to do all 4 coasters. And I was very happy that I didn't have to do any more because mixing up another batch, rarely do you get the same color. And always remember that these paints will tend to dry slightly darker. So keep that in mind when you're doing this. So now I'm putting on the biggest dot, and this is of the pure teal color. So again, just keeping with the simplicity of the design, I'm just putting the dot in between the last 2 dots that I had created. And that's how this entire design is created, and how it's based on is just putting a dot slightly bigger and a slightly different color in between the last 2 that were just done. So kind of like in the nook of it, I guess that's the right word. I'm not sure. But by visualizing what I'm doing, by seeing my video, you know what I'm talking about. So we'll go with that. So now what I'm doing is I want to bring that patina color down into the outer edge of the design. So I'm just taking my nail stylist and I'm just putting 2 simple dots in between the mixed teal color dot to bring that patina color down, and it just breaks up the darkness of those teal colors that are there, like the darker teal and the medium colored teal, and it just brings that lightness down into it so that you have that differences of light and dark, and it works really, really well. And then I go in and I put in these white dots in between the patina dots because, again, the white micro dots that we did, we want to continue that. We want to draw the eye from the center out to the external part of the design. And this is how you do it. Something so simple, it makes the eye look at the entire design rather than at one particular point. And that's why I love doing mandalas so much. They're so relaxing and calming for me, but at the same time, the designs you come up with, absolutely amazing. So I finish it off with a white dot in between the pure teal dot colors. And I do that all the way around. Then all that I need to do is let it dry, wipe away the general charcoal pencil, and give it a resin coat. And then we're done. So there you have it, folks. Life is what you make it. So get creative.